I have returned once again with the hype known as Pop Team Epic. And there is the old Twitcheroonie. And hopefully, yeah. Well, I should have been watching Sangatsu, but Crunchyroll won't release Sangatsu on time anymore, so I have to actually kind of alternate the times in which I cover shows now, because it's like they never release that show on time. It makes me depressed as hell, because as everyone knows, my favorite show of all time, so I miss out on Sangatsu every single Saturday because it's just never there. It's just never there. So yeah, today we are covering instead Pop Team Epic, and as we know, last week's episode was quite fantastic. Actually, it really was. It was actually a really good episode, just because the references were on point. The way they did everything was literally it was breathtaking. How they do this show is absolutely breathtaking, because it's just like, you know, it's just really freaking amazing, but you're just like, how the hell did they do this? That kind of thing. It's so good. It's so good. So yeah, today we're covering episode 10 of Pop Team Epic, so as they say, let's see what happens. Alright, let's just put on the old Twitter. I've actually gone live for Pop Team Epic. Gone alive for Pop Team Epic. I don't know why I actually called Twitcheroonie. Let's call it that from now on. That's how I'm gonna call Twitch. So yeah, anyway, enough talk. Let's see what if I actually even speak today. Jesus Christ. I actually can't even speak today either. Let's see what happens in episode 10 of Pop Team Epic. So let's start this thing in 3, 2, 1. Let's begin now. See, I know that manga panel actually. I know the manga panel that one's from, 'cause I've seen it. That one I've seen. It's actually really freaking good. I like that one. I still don't understand how they do the show, but I'm so glad it exists. Like, it's one of the, it's just that kind of show that you just like, how? But you're so glad it's actually here. And maybe, just freaking maybe, in some kind of alternate reality, we might just get an episode of Magma Mix and Murata as well. I really want that. It'll be the best present ever if someone actually made that. I want it to happen because I love him as a character. He's best boy. Magma Mix and Murata is best boy. He's in the OP, for God's sake. Like, you gotta give the man his time to shine. What even was that? Is there oh god, I know the name of that. I know the name of that game. It's an original game, but they did a Sonic version of it, didn't they? The Robotnik one. It's a Robotnik version of it, if I remember correctly. That's how I know of. I swear that's how I know of it. But it's not Bubble Bobble, I don't think. Jesus Christ. Hold up a second. Hold up a second. Hold up a second. I mean, technically, this could be a Clue reference, but hold up a second. But the Crimes of Punishment, I swear, isn't that a film series? Like, I'm trying to remember, because I swear, I know there's this film series called the Crime and Punishment film series, but I'm trying to remember if it is actually to do with this. Unless I'm actually going nuts, I'm not too sure. That's a thing. That's the thing. I'm trying to figure out whether or not I'm actually kind of lose my mind at this point. No, this is... No. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second, there has to be a Crime and Punishment film series. I'm not losing my mind. There has to be. But I can't remember if this is a reference to it. It's one of those ones you're like, is it or isn't it a reference? Because it plays with your mind slightly. Because there's actually a lot of things that uses templates as a thing. Because I swear, there's an origami OVA that does the exact same thing. Yeah, the origami OVA, they go to an inn, and then they have a writer there, and it's just Yato keeps on getting killed each time. Yeah, that's it. But it's not. This is not a reference to that, but it's a template, if you get what I mean. If you catch my drift, it's actually it's a template for the whole entire thing. It's like the detective reminds you of someone as well. No, it has to be a reference to something. This is a reference to something. The only thing I have to go off of is actually the Crime and Punishment's name, but damn, this is... Yeah, I'm watching A Part currently. Hold up a second. Once this actually goes into the OP again, I'll quickly Google that, 'cause I need to find out. Because there's a reference in here somewhere, so I'm trying to figure out. That's the one I'm trying to... It's a template. This whole entire thing's a template for like future series. Because I've seen it quite a few times. I mean, even Clue does it. That's the thing. Clue does it as well, but not to the same extent. Clue's like they all go to the house, and then one of them murders the other person. It's then trying to figure out who it is. It's essentially kind of like a Oh no! No! No, you can't break up. No, it's against that's just against everything. You can't break up. No! No! No way. Hold up a second, let's actually Google that quickly then. I swear to God I'm not losing my mind. Go change the opening. Boys, you got me. Oh, you got me. They've changed the opening. This is the first time they've changed the opening. They've done the JoJo thing, haven't they? Yeah, they've done the JoJo thing. They put the SFX over it. I know it's not exclusively a JoJo thing, but it's just like it's a JoJo thing, if you get what I mean. Each opening after a while has the SFX. There's a film series. I'm not losing my mind. I swear there's a film series. Am I losing my mind? I don't know. That's the thing. I'm debating whether or not I'm losing my mind. It's neat to actually change the OP though. That's actually quite cool. I haven't changed the OP, but you know what I mean. Oh my god, really? Oh my god, so Pipimi's actually voiced by the Joker as well. Oh my god. Yes. Yes. Because if I'm not mistaken, Piyasu also voices Joker in Batman Ninja as well. It's Okuyasu. Oh my god. It's actually Okuyasu from JoJo. So I swear this is a Dr. Robotnik one as well. But it's not Dr. Robotnik's the original game. It's actually a there's an original thing. It's a template again. I'm trying to remember what the template is from originally. The OP is amazing. They did the whole thing like JoJo does it. That's why I'm guessing that's the whole thing with Okuyasu as well. They've done the JoJo thing, which now makes sense, actually. See, the film reference is still bugging me because I'm trying to figure out what it is. Or it actually might be a TV show reference as well. Because again, it's something that's so widely used as a template. That's the thing. They've actually sung over it as well. I love the film references. I love the film references in this show, though. It's one of those things that it kind of makes you want to go back and watch the films or the TV show as well, if it's a TV show reference. Yeah, it's just... It seems so familiar, as the thing. Well, it's just one of those things that I've probably seen in a passing thing. That I'm trying to remember what it's from. Because even the detective reminds me of someone. That's it. It makes sense. It makes sense actually now. The problem is you actually can hear Okuyasu now, it's the thing. It's definitely Okuyasu there. You just hear it straight away, like, boy, it's Okuyasu. I realise that they've done it a few times now. The realization thing, which isn't it from Dragon Ball Z, if I remember correctly. I still can't believe how good this show actually is. Like, if you kind of take away everything, the show's still amazing. Oh, that's such a good episode. Holy crap. Like, that was legit really freaking good. I can't believe how good that actually was. Like, legitimate good episode. Like, this is one of those things that sometimes you kind of have to realise. There are really, really good episodes in this show. Like, in a sense of going past the comedy and everything like that, this show is still freaking great. It's one of those things, I absolutely adore this show because of it. Because it's just one of those things that the show itself is really freaking good. And I don't think I don't think a lot of people actually kind of realise that. It's a really good show, but I'm really trying to figure out the hell the references from. Oh man, I want a spin-off of just Pipimi and Popico doing detective work. It'd be the greatest thing ever. Like, I mean, if you kind of take it for granted, this is actually the closest we're ever going to get to a Shin Megami Tensei reference as well. Like the whole thing with the Devil Summoner video game series, the one with Raido. It's the closest we're going to get to a reference of that. So, I mean, take it how it is. We might have got a reference to Shin Megami Tensei just then as well. But Christ, that's a reference to something. I'm trying to work it out. Crimes and Punishments. What's it? Hold up a second. What's the name of the what's the name of this series? Hold up a second. What is it? You know the name of it. I always get rid of the subtitles after I refresh the page. I don't know why. They always get rid of the subtitles. Damn you, Crunchyroll. You break my heart every single goddamn week. There's a reference in here somewhere. I'm trying to figure it out. It's bugging me so much. And you have those days where you have something that bugs you so goddamn much to figure it out. I'm having it right now. Because I'm guessing the whole SFX thing is a reference to JoJo. Like, it has to be a reference to JoJo. A low-key reference to JoJo. Right, so Crime and Punishment of a Young in Madam. Okay. Oh, that's what in. There we are. Oh, no, wrong one. Jesus Christ, can't spell. Oh, what is it? What is it? What are you a reference to? You know, it's really bugging me so much. It's just like, I'm just trying to figure it out. Cause it's an overriding reference, that's the thing. Like last week's episode. Last week's episode was an overriding reference, the whole entirety of like 90s and 80s and 70s coming to age cinema as well. Oh man, what is it? What are you a reference to? Oh! Ah! 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 I understand why there's an SFX thing with the opening this week. Yeah, it makes... Doesn't the studio who do Pop Team Epic do the openings to JoJo? Like, back in, like, part 1 to 3? Because now it all kind of clicks. It all kind of clicks together now. Like, oh yeah! Because they're also doing Batman Ninja as well, which also has Okuyasu from JoJo in it. And also, then, the bloke who's directing it did the openings to JoJo as well. It all comes together. It's all one massive circle, and it all just comes together perfectly. Boy, it's working. There we are. We've got one reference out of the window. That's that one. Right, Oh, so that was... Ah, okay. Thanks for that. Actually, I was trying to figure out that reference at the beginning as well. That's another one I was trying to figure out at the beginning. I was like, have I seen that somewhere? Yeah. So, the detective's a reference to Detective Conan. So we figured that one out quite quickly. That one wasn't too difficult. So then the Dr. Robotnik, Mean Bean Machine. Is it Mean Bean Machine? I think it is. It's Mean Bean Machine. That's it. But yeah, it's this one. Right. So the game's a reference to Mean Bean Machine, I think. Which is also then a reference, I figured it out, to the top overriding one, is Puyo Puyo. That's it. That's what it was. It's Puyo Puyo, I think. Am I remembering that one correctly? It's Puyo Puyo. Yep. Yeah, it is. It is. It all comes together. This whole entire show, it just meshes together perfectly. So, Right, so we know the reference to the game is both Dr. Robotnik and also Puyo Puyo, but I can remember the name of the top overriding reference, but now we do. Remember that one. Okay, we got two. We got two out the window so far. The one is kind of still up in the air, which I still can't figure it out, because I think it's just one massive homage to the whole entire thing. Like the whole entire what is the clue subgenre called? It's a clue subgenre. Well, it's not. It's clue. It's a murder mystery. That's it. The murder mystery. Oh, all right. What one are you? What one are you? Come on. What? There's a load. It's the problem. It's a load. There's a load of There's a load of. It's the murder mystery. See, that was the other one I was trying to figure out whether or not the whole football one was Captain Tsubasa. But now that you mentioned it, it might be Captain Tsubasa as well, because I was like, is it Captain Tsubasa? Because it might be, because it might just be a kind of a nod or a poke at David Productions doing Captain Tsubasa instead of JoJo. Maybe, maybe not. We don't know. It's one of those things. It could just be a massive like poke at the whole entire thing. Right, so we're still kind of, we're one reference down still. We still can't figure out what the overriding one is. So it could in theory just be anything, that's the problem. Right. Right, hold up a second. Am I getting somewhere? Am I getting somewhere? Am I actually, this is... Ew, wait, because it could be anything. It's a problem. It could in theory be anything as a reference to, because it's the murder mystery detective fiction kind of massive genre of things. Because I thought it was Abio, because I was looking at the whole thing with detective work in Japan. I was like, wait a second, could it be that one? Because it's one that kind of seemed the most logical. I have all the ones I can see currently at the moment. But I might be wrong. I don't know. That's the thing. That's the thing. That's the thing. I don't know. That's the thing. Right. It could be anything. It could be a detective TV series as well. That's a good one. Detective TV series. Right. Which also happens to be about 10 billion of them as well. That's the problem. You go, okay, let's look for possible detective TV programs. About 10 billion. That's the thing about these shows. Like, it could literally be anything. That's the thing. Because it could in theory also be. Could it be Bayside? Could it be Bayside Smackdown? That's the wrong series. Bayside Shakedown as well. It's a load. It could be. That's the thing. Oh really? But anyway, let's actually kind of talk about this episode, because there's actually an overriding reference in there somewhere. That's the thing. It's a reference to. It could in theory be like last week's episode. It could be a massive homage. I'm not too sure, but there's a general kind of. I never actually looked at this way. Hold a second, give it one. Nope. Damn it. I thought I got somewhere. I thought actually I might have a lead. I'm doing detective work now as well. So anyway, yeah. So, as I said beforehand, during the ending of the episode, because I like to actually kind of go and look at the references themselves and see whether or not I got them right. This episode actually was really freaking good. Like, it really was. This episode actually was brilliant from start to finish. I mean, the last bits, I always say, the bits to do with the movie references or TV show references or any references in its entirety are really freaking amazing, because they tend to actually kind of give light to something otherwise it's kind of like very sort of obscure in some cases, because a lot of people might not know them, which I kind of like, because a lot of films do tend to do it, in essence kind of referencing something that otherwise people might not know, because then it kind of makes you want to go and look into the thing itself, actually then allow you to actually kind of maybe then go and watch it, because I can imagine after the whole thing with the Battles Without Honor Humanity, a lot of people actually went and watched the film series. It's actually really freaking amazing. So, if you haven't watched the film series yet, do go and watch it. It's absolutely incredible, the film series, and also the new Battles Without Humanity as well, which came afterwards, which were in the 70s, I believe, or the 80s, or the 90s, one of the three. But yeah, as I was saying beforehand, they tend to actually kind of make you go and watch the actual kind of source material, which I actually do really like, because it's one of those things that it's a lost art, really, when you think about it. This whole entire idea of how to correctly reference something, to actually not kind of feel as if it's kind of like, oh, they're just referencing that for the sake of it, because sometimes it can be like that. But no, here, it's like they kind of reference it to actually kind of make you go and watch it, and actually kind of make you seek it out, which in some cases actually doesn't very work. I actually kind of like it. I think it's actually one of the more neater ways of actually kind of using references to kind of use it as a setting stone for this episode itself, but also actually then to actually make the reader, the watcher, or anything else go then and actually kind of watch it, because it kind of does. It really does it. Because I did it with the the Blu-ray box arts as well, because part 1 was Die Hard, part 2 was Speed, and part 3 is Die Hard Part 3. So it's one of those things that it's a massive reference, a massive film series reference, but it works to actually make you go and watch the thing itself, which I really do like. So yeah, that's what I appreciate about the series so far. It's the fact that it actually kind of doesn't very allow you to actually then go and watch it. But also, the other thing to note is the fact that the show's just brilliant anyway. It's really funny. It's really freaking well animated sometimes as well. I mean, it's just all around, it is absolutely great. So yeah, that is me done for today. So hopefully you actually have enjoyed this stream. Do tell me in the comments what the actual reference, the overriding reference was, because I'm trying to still figure it out, because I don't think it's a film series that I know it's trying to reference, or a TV show that it's trying to reference. I'm trying to figure out which one it is and where it's from, because it just seems so familiar. I'm like, I've seen you somewhere. Because I've seen it in Noragami. Noragami does it, because there's a whole entire episode in an OVA where they go to an inn, and then there's a writer there who then actually kind of, I can't remember what the writer's doing in Noragami, but then Yato keeps on dying randomly. So it's a template, if you get what I mean. That whole entire thing is a template. Thank you, that means a lot. Thank you so much. It's a template for the whole entire thing. So hopefully there is a reference in there. If I haven't figured it out just yet, do tell me, because it's one of those ones I do actually like to learn a lot more about these kind of things, because I do have some knowledge of these references. These whole references? These whole references. No, I say whole references. But these references, I know some of them, but a lot of them tend to go over my head sometimes, because it's one of those ones that I've seen it somewhere, but I can't figure out where. But either way, if you have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole, actually can't speak, actually can't end my stream now. Ah, man. You have enjoyed this whole entire stream on Twitch, then do leave a follow, because indeed, it does help quite a bit. If you enjoy what I do here on YouTube, and you do want to leave a like, then do leave a like, because indeed, it does help quite a bit. If you enjoy what I do here on YouTube, and you do want to stay a little bit longer, then do leave a sub, because indeed, it does help quite a bit. But until, hopefully, if Sun Gotsu is actually out, I shall see you guys later. Bye for now.